Hello, and welcome to FEC Talk. This is Tim with FEC Talk. Today, I'm going to talk about a recap of IAAPA 2025. I want to go through some select machines I got written down on a list here, and we're just going to go through them. I'm going to give my initial thoughts on each one of these. So, with no further ado, let's get into them. The first game I'm going to look at is Angry Birds Roll Down. It's a two-player game by Adrenaline Amusements. Now, it's a good-looking game. It's got a smaller footprint, which is something I really like. But I don't know why everybody is on this Angry Birds IP trip. I don't know. I want to reserve this one to have a little better look into how the game plays. But I've been a little reserved on this one. I don't know what to think. I can't give you a definitive recommendation on this one. I would say no. I would not get it at this point, but I'm going to hold back for now. The next one is Back to the Future, also by Adrenaline Amusements. And other than the theme, I wouldn't recommend this game either. It's kind of surprising to me that these offerings made by Adrenaline, it's like they took a bye year or something, because these two games aren't really impressive like the Twister and the Hungry Hungry Hippos. Those were eye candy, and these ones they look like they were quickly put together. All right, so we're going to move on to another manufacturer for the IAAPA displays. The next one's going to be Allen One, and they got two cranes. And one looks like a Neofun crane. The other one looks like a Eunice crane called Butts on Things. Now, the cranes themselves they're beautiful. They look great. And most Neofun and Eunice cranes do. I would say that the biggest thing here is the product. It looks like they got a couple different sizes of product. It's Butts on Things. There's product. It could be an ice cream cone. It could be a pineapple. It could be a dice, a piece of cake, a soccer ball, a donut, a watermelon, dice, a roll of toilet paper with butts on them. Now, you might think, wow, really? But I think this is a good product. I think it'll do really well. So I know that they sell the product. So if you don't really want to get the crane, which there's nothing wrong with these cranes. These cranes are beautiful. But the product, definitely get the product. I think it'd be really good. Little squishies with butts on them. A taco with a butt on it. A rainbow with a butt on it. A cactus with a butt on it. A kiwi fruit with a butt on it. You name it. It's got a butt on it. All right. The next one is Cosmic Spin. It's a merchandiser game that gives players 3 opportunities to launch a ball at the colored changing LED holes. Look, Allen One is just getting into the game. They've given us a nice merchandiser and now another merchandiser. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not big on the capsules, but I'm sure somebody has a lot of capsules they'd love to have a merchandiser for. Now the next game I think is a really good offering, and I think they made a great effort in this game, which is Soda Slam. And there's 3 iterations of this game at the moment. Now, what they do is players race to perfectly fill soda cups using the taps before the impatient customers leave. You got to time the pours just right to earn perfect pours and build combos for bonus points. You could also, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, this is exact same game as Slush Rush, but it's not. This one, you could actually compete head to head. It's a 2-player game, and you could throw ice in another person's drink to mess them up. It's actually really good. And like I said, there's 3 iterations of this game. One is the original Soda Slam. Then they have it skinned in Dr. Pepper. And I actually have this game, and it's beautiful. It really is. It looks great. And now they have it in Liquid Death, the water company, sparkling water. And that game looks really good too. But I'm real happy with my Dr. Pepper Soda Slam. I got the first one that off the manufacturing line, and I've been working with them to improve it a bit. There was a couple things that really needed to be tweaked, and they didn't know, and I get it. It's the first bigger game that they offer, and there's just a few things like the casters and the height off the floor. But man, for their first big redemption offering, this is a really good game. Good job, guys. Really good job, Alan 1. Now, they also have several Atari games out, and I actually had 3 of them. Well, 2.5, because one is actually Joust, but it's not called Joust. It's called Avian Knights. I got the Missile Command, and I have the Asteroids. They just came out with Gravatar, and the games are beautiful. The cabinets are beautiful, and they just don't make money unless you put some effort into them. Now, if you have a location and you love the look of these games like I do, and I like the classic Atari games, and I know they're going to come out with more of these, and have competitions, have a high score every month. That way, people are going to play them, enjoy them, learn about them, and actually probably have a lot of repeat play. Now, I know that they have a software built into them for a high score, but it's more on a big network. And I believe, if I heard my salesperson right, they're going to give you an option to be able to do that on site. But right now, what I have is a software that I use for these games, pinballs and multicades, that makes it where it covers a high score and puts it up on a screen so everybody can keep track. Keeps people playing. It's great. So I'll do a podcast on that later on. I think people would find that interesting too. All right. The next few games I'll go through are from Amusement Source International, Corey Haynes. Balloon Fest, beautiful game. Now, these are mostly redemption games, and I think that they look really good. And if you're getting into redemption and you have a budget, some of these games would be a really good idea for you. They have Busy Bee Award. Not the greatest looking game in my opinion. Color Star, a merchandiser. With a dazzling mix of light, sound, and quick reflexes, Color Star draws players in as they race to stop the spinning colors at just the right moment. Perfect timing means a jackpot of tickets. Hey, it looks good. It really does, and I bet it's not that expensive. Gem Master, another it's a bigger, clunkier one. Players skillfully time the drop of each ball into a spinning field of gems. They can aim for the targets to rack up the tickets, or aim for the lighted diamonds for a chance at bonus tickets. It looks a little more kiddie. Lucky Chicken. I've heard actually good things about this game. It looks like your typical weird Chinese knockoff game, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about this. Players drop balls into the playfield, aiming to land in the lucky egg slot to get the chicken to lay an egg. They then spin the bonus wheel for a chance for big ticket rewards. Madball Fury Road, a 2-player game. Look, it's going to be a redemption game for a budget. And sometimes we just got to get some stuff in there for people to play. Magic House is a merchandiser. It invites players into a world of timing, focus, and fun. They attempt to time their button push in the score zone to win the prize on either the left or the right sides. It's really a nice looking merchandiser. Ocean Aquarium, 2-player. The exciting roll-down redemption game brings a vibrant underwater theme to life as players roll balls into illuminated targets. Kind of like your Hot Wheels type game. Looks good. Another skin of it, Rock and Croc. Pretty much the same thing. Here's the game that got a lot of chatter at their booth at IAAPA. Rooster and Bro 2DX. Players join the Feathered Frenzy and blast through the fast-paced levels on a vivid 65-inch LED display with motion seats. Players will be pulled right into the action. It's a redemption shooter game. I've heard a lot of good things about this. I have not played this myself yet, but I am told it was one of the wows of the show. So that's interesting. So I'm looking forward to test Rooster and Bro 2DX. Skull of Shadow 3P, another shooter game. This one is not redemption. Skull of Shadow 2-player, another shooter. It's more in line with your Dead Storm Pirates type feel. I think it's a knockoff of that. Space Travel 2, a challenging ball launch redemption game where the players aim to launch balls into high-scoring ticket zones. So another affordable redemption game. Speedy Toss, more of a kiddie game for redemption, a ball toss. And that's a niche everybody should have at some point, especially if you have a bigger fun center. The Container. In this dynamic, moving play-filled skill game, players time the drop of their container to land in the scoring zone, while the playfield shifts and slides back and forth. Merchandisers, always gotta love them. All right, here is one that I thought was very interesting too. I love Raw Thrills. Raw Thrills, I got friends in that company, and they come out with really, really cool games, really good-looking games. But I've always hated the premise of Big Buck Hunter. Okay, let me roll back a little bit. I love Big Buck Hunter. Great game, a lot of fun to play. People love to play it. But the premise from Raw Thrills is now they are the operator because they get a percentage of every play. You buy the game from them, they get a percentage of every play. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So I have no part of that. Now, Amusement Source International is a great start here with Wild Hunting. It's a 4-player hunting game. Premium hunting simulator with thrilling, realistic gameplay. Players use realistic recoil rifles to take aim at infected animals across multiple scenic levels. A 4-player shooter. They need a little bit of... I have played this. I have looked at videos of this. They need a little bit of English lessons because instead of player, it's Pellier. But this is a great start to being competitive on that level. Nobody gets a residual out of this. You pay for it, it's yours. And the game's graphics, everybody says it's beautiful. I looked at it, it's beautiful. A 4-player wild hunting game. Consider it a 4-player big buck where you don't have to pay a commission on every play. All right, the next company that we'll look at is Andamiro. And they got a game called Marksman. It's a 2-player shooter. It's a simulator, and it brings air-powered realism, multi-mission gameplay, and operator-tested performance to the arcade floor. A great-looking shooter game. Can't go wrong with it, I'm certain. They come up with a new redeem machine, and I'm not sure, other than the looks, what's different about it. Will it still take colored tokens? Will it take eel-out cards? I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see. SpongeBob Swish. They've been holding on to that SpongeBob licensing and making a lot of games. This family-friendly skill shot basketball game features a laterally moving backboard with 3 rim targets. The more baskets a player makes, the more tickets they earn. All right, next is Apple Industries. They got their Face Place card creator, which when I saw this, I was like, wow, I have a go-kart track, and I'd really like to put this go-kart ID in there. But as I thought about it, I was like, yeah, after so many people do it, are they going to is the repeat going to be as good as a regular photo booth? And I don't think so. Now, their IP photo booths are pretty good. The Marvel one does really good. The Disney one does good. Now they got a Hasbro one. Very, very interesting. I think they got really nice photo booths. They're more expensive, and the media is pretty expensive too. Next, we're going to look at Ball Madness by Bandai Namco. It's a 2-player redemption ball game in a competitive, high-energy, interactive game that creates plenty of repeat play. It is a nice-looking game. The cabinet looks really good. I like it. I'm going to dig more into this one. This one might be worthy of a podcast review. Jumping Jupiter. It's a more kiddie. I have this game, and it's a more kiddie version of Jump the Rope, but without the pad, which is really nice. They give you a cheap pad that you will never use because it'll come up off the floor. But it's a good game. Kids definitely play this, and they get tickets from it too. That's a huge bonus. So they got Mini World Motion, a 3-player. It's a laser shooting game that features the first ever 5D motion gun system for kids and families to enjoy. Players will adventure through 6 maps and collect various power-ups along the way. They really made the cabinet look Minecraft-ish. That pixelated look. It looks like a good kiddie game, really. Then they got Speed Rider 40X. It looks like kind of like the jackpot racers in the super bikes. Experience realistic drift motion and breathtaking 100-inch visuals in this racing game. Race across 12 tracks inspired by world-famous landmarks and feel the thrill come alive. Video games, when they get into motion, it's 2 things for me. Number 1, video games never make that much money. It's harder to ROI on them. And number 2, when they have motion, now you got something else that's going to go wrong with them. It's always been my gut on those. They got Strike Hook, which is interesting. It puts pinpoint accuracy in the player's hands. They navigate the circular arena with smooth, responsive controls. When they're ready, they activate the laser targeting button to try to scoop up prizes. It's a merchandiser. All right. Next is Baytech. Baytech, I have most of their games, and I have to tell you, Baytech is a fantastic company. Everything made right here in the United States, right across the water from me in Wisconsin. I'm in Michigan. All right. Their first offering at IAAPA, the new ones, was Dipping Dots Drop. So what it is it's like a 3-player quick drop. It's a fast-paced multi-station game that lets players race against the clock to catch 50 colorful dots in the rotating ice cream bowls. The more dots caught, the more tickets won. So if you get all 50 of them in, you get the bonus. So it's a reskin, actually a whole reworking, but it's the same as Quick Drop. It's just 3 players, which if you don't already have a Quick Drop, this would probably be the way to go. It's a great game, Quick Drop is for sure, and I'm sure this would be no different. Baytech makes really good games. Nailed It. Now this one's interesting. Players grab an oversized foam hammer and race to deliver 10 perfectly timed hits on the nail, aiming to outpace their competitors in speed and accuracy. So another good redemption game by Baytech. It's 4 foot by 4 foot, and 4 players, so it's not a huge footprint. Great idea having smaller footprints for redemption games. And speaking of a small footprint, they also have Perfect Pump. Players grab the gas handle and try to match the target sail exactly as the digital readout climbs. 3 play modes available to allow players to choose their payout level. At first I was thinking, okay, so this is another Perfect 10 or one of those merchandisers that you stop on the perfect time, 10 or whatever it is. But I think people actually play this one a heck of a lot more because it's a redemption game, and it's just got that Baytech quality to it too. So I recommend Perfect Pump. I recommend pretty much all of Baytech's games. So the next one is going to be Benchmark. Benchmark was bought out by Elo. I'm sure most people know that. So they got Shuffleboard. Players skillfully shoot pucks down the ramp into the target circles to earn high tickets, turning Shuffleboard into a redemption game with not too bad of a footprint. It's narrow but deep, so it's 97 inches deep and 37 inches wide, so it's going to come through most standard doors, but it is pretty tall too, but I'm sure it comes apart. Shuffleboard, Benchmark Games. Then they have the Smurfs Gold Champs. Interesting game. It reminds me of like an Andamiro Baseball Pro, and I believe they got a soccer ones too, like a soccer type game. It's the same premise. All right, I've been hearing good things about this next one. It's their Ticket Boxer. Great idea. I mean, people love to play boxing games. Every operator in the United States knows that if they got a good boxer in a good location, that boxer is going to be one of the top games. It doesn't matter if it's men, women, children, everybody wants to punch that thing. Now, Benchmark's come out with Ticket Boxer, and they try to attempt to stop at the dial on a specific ticket value. The spin rate depends on how hard the player throws their punch. Great. What a great idea. That's got to make money in a fun center. All right. The next one is a new manufacturer, to me anyway, Blue Motion Games. So I'm going to check out, they got one called Cannonball Jam. It's a 4-player shooter that gives tickets. So we got a new redemption company that's a contender. And it's a beautiful looking game. A 4-player shooter that gives tickets. They got one called Desert Chase. It's another 4-player sit-down shooter. It's not redemption, but it looks like a cool theme. All right. Our next manufacturer will be Coast to Coast Entertainment. And they're typical 4-player cranes where the cranes are on top of each other. I don't get that personally. I would never buy one. But so many people are coming out with these. Maybe it's something I'm just not seeing. I would never play a game where a little kid's going to walk up in front of me and play the lower level right in front of me. It's just not going to happen. The next manufacturer is Coastal Amusement. All-Star Golf. In this skill-based redemption game, players launch a ball down the playfield into rotating holes to win tickets. Sink your shot into the hole in one to enter the bonus round. All right, yeah, it's redemption. It fills a niche, but I don't know. I'm not on board with that one. Their next one's the Classic Cruiser. This motion-based kiddie ride gives players the feeling of being in the driver's seat. Equipped with the LED screen, kids will enjoy cruising through town, collecting as many coins as possible. So it's a lot like the Sting that Ice offers. Great looking game. Everybody knows there's a niche for kiddie rides. The next one is a 1-player merchandiser. This merchandiser features an attractive Frozen themed cabinet, and it looks really, really good, where players are challenged to freeze the timer on 5 seconds to win a prize of their choice. It's a nice looking merchandiser. All right, then they got Justice League 2-player. This prize pusher combines a classic coin pusher with a find the token merchandiser. Players attempt to win a golden egg by knocking it off the pusher shelf for a chance to win a prize. Okay, it looks like the old coin pushers like Monopoly Red, Monopoly Blue. I'm sure you remember Pharaoh's Treasure, Pac-Man 8-player. It's right along those lines. Then they got Roll and Win. In this skill-based redemption game, players launch a ball down the playfield, navigating through rotating tournament tables to win the bonus. Sink balls in the RGB lit holes to win big. So it's a reskin of the golf, or golf was a reskin of this one. Then they got Sports Legends 3-player. In this sports game, players can choose between basketball, baseball, soccer, or play all three. Each game is unique and challenges players to react to their target, score win to win the big bonus. Okay, it's a big footprint, but it looks really good. Then they got one called Treasure Wheel. This merchandiser can dispense both small and large prizes. Players are challenged to press the button to drop the anchor and release one of the mini prizes onto the spinning wheel. It's a nice looking redemption game. Well, merchandiser game, I should say. Vortex reminds me of Blackout from Bob's Space Racer. Players are challenged to launch a ball using a plunger as they aim for the bonus hole on the rotating LED lit playfield. A true skill game where the player has total control. Look, that's a good filler piece for redemption. It looks really good. Zombie Invaders. When zombies pop up during gameplay on each monitor, players are challenged to stomp the buttons on the stomp pad to freeze the zombies and win tickets. Zombies, for me, are played out. All right, the next company is called Dark Escape Games. And what they do is they have two escape pods, so to say. One is clown themed, and the other one's like pyramid themed. It's called Pyramid Scheme. You go in, you figure them out. Now they're 89 inches wide, 70 inches deep, and 113 inches tall. They got room for 2 people, and you go in. It's an escape room. You got to solve the puzzles. For me, though, it's just, I don't think there's a lot of repeat play for that. I I don't know. You would have to have a big resort with a lot of transitional customers to get any kind of ROI on something like that. Then there's DSM Arcade. They come out with Perfect Pour PBR edition, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and it's another pour game. It's a video game. I think it would do really well on bar locations. It looks great. Who doesn't remember? I mean, PBR has got one of the best logos for beer, I think, in the world. I remember as a little kid, they used to do a lot of snowmobile sponsoring, and they had great marketing back then. All right, the next one is going to be a game offered by Elout, and that's the Slam Dunk Crane. I think this is their answer to the ones offered by Ice. This crane features a customizable design that allows for locations to showcase their brand or preferred theme. There is also a push button or joystick option. It's pretty cool to drop a prize through a basketball hoop, though. I got to admit that's pretty cool. All right. Then you got FPG, which is, they're a big nationwide operator, run by George Smith, and they have the human crane experience. This life-size twist on the classic claw arcade game allows players to soar through the air above a pool of oversized prizes with the flexibility to safely accommodate all ages and sizes. So they hover you over the prizes and you try to grab them, and it's definitely an experience. Cool merchandiser, cool experience. It's going to be expensive, and it's going to take a lot of footprint, and it's going to have to be manned. But if you have a destination, this could be a good thing to have on the destination for sure. All right, the next one is Ice, the coolest games on earth, right? Another American company in New York. Now, they have so many iterations of basketball, but hey, they're the pioneers of it, right? NBA Baller, this classic hoop game you know, and Love adds an exciting twist, the ability to function as a merchandiser. It dispenses a 7-inch officially licensed NBA ball when players beat the high score. There you go. Always thinking. Then they got, I've heard mixed reviews on this, but I also heard them on Whack and Win. I'm sure most of you, if you have a Redemption Center or FEC, you might have Whack and Win. And Whack and Win was a sleeper in the beginning too, but it just kept getting better and better. Sometimes it's steady Eddie, sometimes it'll be at the top of the list. Maybe Odin's Hammer Strike will be the same way. I'm not sure. But what I like about this is Whack and Win, you go up to it, the first time you play it, you hammer the heck out of it because you're like thinking it's a strength game, but it's a finesse game. You got to try to get into the right light zone for the bonus jackpot tickets. This one, you test your strength by grabbing the hammer and striking the hit pad with power and precision. With the live leaderboard, players will keep coming back to test their strength. It's like almost like a boxer, you smack it and you get the high score and you want to keep that high score. So we'll see how that one does. All right, the next one is Incredible Technologies. Incredible Technologies has their Silver Strike League Night. It's a 3-player. It's a new version of the Silver Strike that features 7 vibrant bowling alleys for players to explore, as well as a virtual league play. There's also a new achievement system with 100 plus unlockable items. So there you go. Silver Strike bowling. Next is Jet Games. All right. Kiddie Ride, Captain Squiddy's Adventure. Beautiful looking boat. I'm really thinking about getting this and putting it in the water park. Actually in the water park section. Because it just looks that cool. They got a 3-player carnival park. It's a little carousel. Cheddar Chase. Players pull the rods to keep the cheese out of reach from sneaky mice as they strike from all sides. Quick reflexes and sharp timing are the best defense in this thrilling challenge. Small footprint, redemption game. Hey, that's a win in my book. Cyber Punch. Cyber Punch Boxing is the perfect blend of high energy, smart technology, and easy operation. It connects online so players can track their scores, compete globally, and share results. Great looking boxer, but I don't know how it'll hold up. It's the Chinese boxers are 90%, they just don't hold up. The Polish ones do really good. They're tanks. Chinese, not so much. Giga Shot, you got a 4-player shooter. I mean, every arcade needs a shooter. Then they got Talking Tom Gold Run, featuring the same fast-paced action, charming characters, and vibrant visuals that fans know and love. This version offers non-stop entertainment for players of all ages. It's a redemption game, and it looks like it's more aimed towards children. Unlock Mania, another redemption game. Jet's really stepping it up for redemption. In this redemption game, every drop brings you closer to massive rewards. Players launch the ball with precision, aiming to unlock 5 glowing locks to hit the bonus jackpot. Now, it's really not that much different than a lot of their other big drop offerings. It looks like it's a smaller footprint. And I tell you, I got Gumdrop in another beautiful game. And it does really good because the software, just the gameplay itself is really good. And they hit a home run with that. They hit a home run with the Spaceballs too. So, very good. All right, the next one is Calcomat, talking about boxers. Calcomat makes really good boxers. Really good. These new boxer glove flash, neon colors, they just look great. Well done, Calcomat. Well done. Their Kaboom boxers look good. All their boxers look good. Really, really interesting. But unlike Benchmark, I don't see anything that pays out tickets yet. But they stole my idea. I had this idea that I was sitting on, and Calcomat got it. Power Slap TV. Everybody sees the videos on Facebook or social media where they slap each other silly. Now they got a Power Slap. From the online sensation to the arcade, this boxer/slapper is officially licensed by Power Slap and will be instantly recognized by players in your location. All right. Boxer, now we have a slapper. If you got an old tired boxer that you've been thinking of retiring and you want to bring something in but you still have other boxers, bring this in. I think it'll do good for you. All right, next is LAI Games. All right, I have no idea on this one. If you're a fan of the podcast, you know my very, very first podcast had Brian Duke. Brian Duke, he worked for Sokoa, he worked for Semnox, he worked for Core Cashless, so he's really experienced in the industry. He worked for redemption places, he worked for Capcom, he worked for Nintendo, he worked for Universal, so the guy's got a lot of experience. He was one of the first to bring in cotton candy machines, vending machines, into the States. And he had really good ones, too. He had a dozen good ones that he sent out as prototypes, sold them, and they just did really good, rocked it out. But when he ordered more, because they were doing so good, he ordered containers, more of them. They come in, they cut costs in the manufacturing without telling him, and he had a lot of problems. And it seems like everybody that brought in cotton candy machines after that had these same issues happen where the machines just couldn't stay running. I'm really hoping that LEI Games has the home run, because we need somebody that has a really good one that just kicks butt and makes money. Because every one of you, because I know I do, would love to have this if it wasn't a nightmare on maintenance and cleaning. If they found the formula, I'm going to give them kudos to the ends of the earth. And I really hope they do. I'm going to look into it. I'll be researching it, and I'll be sharing whatever I find with you guys. But, hey, thanks for going out on the limb, LEI Games, and doing this and trying it. I want to see how it works out for you. All right, they got a game called Cube Clash, 2-player. It's a modern and eye-catching pusher-style game built around cube-shaped prize elements that create dynamic stacking, tumbling, and push mechanics. Another closed-loop system, it looks like to me. And look, these pushers are great. And as you add more elements of skill to them, more depth to the playing, it even becomes cooler. And they've been doing a good job with that. All right, now they got Phantom Vanguard, a 2-player gun mount system game that introduces weight, feedback, and mechanics never seen before. It changes how you engage with every enemy. So you stand up, and it's a shooter game, and I'm sure there's like some kind of unique force feedback in the guns. It looks great. I mean, shooting games are cool. They don't ROI as quick, but if you got the right theme, you need one. Then they got Ubisoft All-Star VR, featuring beloved characters from the hit Ubisoft games. Players ride through the 3 immersive worlds as they steer, shoot, and compete for the high score. All right. Looks great. It's VR. I'm just a little VR weary. So I don't recommend it. I don't not recommend it. All right, they got Unite Kaiju Rampage. This epic action-packed experience invites guests to face off against colossal kaiju monsters. Players team up as they explore and battle through 7 stages of gameplay. Cool. Four-person shooter. Looks great. All right, the next is Pipeline Games. First Responder. In this line of claw machines, for every play, a portion of the revenue goes to the first responder charities. Now, I did talk to Gary Balaban about that in the forums, and that's something you have to set up. Pipeline Games don't give any money to your first responders or charities. They just made a game where you could do that yourself. So, beautiful looking game. First responders, a great selling point, I think, if you're working with somebody that's a EMT, volunteer firefighter, a policeman, or a fireman. Looks great. All right, their next one is Clock Quest. Now, typically they do come out with several games for IAAPA, and I think that Pipeline Games comes out with really interesting merchandisers, and Clock Quest is one of them. Players time their hit to land in the win zone to claim a small or large prize. It's simple to play, but hard to master. With bright lights and bold sound, it's a pure single-player excitement. Looks great. Gary is on top of it. When I know he goes out there, and he's in every part of that design because he makes sure that these games look really good. Collectible craze, designed for versatility. The top 2 racks display trading cards, while the bottom compartment can hold 1 or 2 inch capsules, gumballs, or super balls. It's perfect for the card collecting trends. A merchandiser. All right, Ferris Wheel Frenzy. In this game, players time a control arm to trigger a spring-loaded latch that releases the prize from the bottom of the basket. The bottom release design eliminates tip-to-win exploits. Another cool-looking game. It is a good-looking game. Good job, guys. All right. Now they got Mega Ducks. It's themed for those 6-inch ducks. This full-size crane features optimized claw strength and a chute designed for larger prizes. It's built with Pipeline Games' proven rock-solid hardware and software. Looks great. They do, like I said, Gary does, he's over the top. He really is good at marketing his games and making them look good. Next one's Prize Robot, another merchandiser. This game combines prize spirals, locker boxes, and 4 capsule compartments in one sleek heavy-duty build. It's fully compatible with the leading card systems. Another great-looking merchandiser. Looks like a big George Jetson-type robot with an R2-D2 head. It's kind of cool. Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguins Claw Machine brings their world to life, offering exclusive Pudgy plush that unlocks digital rewards in upcoming games. Players will try to collect the rare Pudgies. I don't know who Pudgy Penguins are, but I'm going to tell you the crane looks great. And when you no longer have a trend of Pudgy Penguins, it's still a cool looking name and a cool looking crane. All right, the next one is way cool. Literally, that's what he called it. Way cool. This 31-inch heavy-duty crane is built for route durability and earnings. Previous versions released are still operating and holding resale values over 20 years later. So you got a heavy-duty crane, probably metal-based, with beautiful LED strips on the corners. It looks way cool. All right. The next one is Play Couch. And they got a pickleball simulator. Players use a racket to hit balls that shoot out of the cabinet, aiming for the on-screen targets. So think golf simulator. This is pickleball simulator. No tickets or anything, but looks good. All right. The next one is another one of my favorite companies, Raw Thrills. Shout out to my friend Brian Cook. Godzilla Kaiju Wars Deluxe 2-player. Now, I think they did a great thing with this game. So I'm sure a couple years ago you all saw Godzilla Kaiju Wars come out, and it's VR. They turned that seat around, made it face the screen, took the VR right out of it. So now you're going to have a lot less price, but an awesome game, awesome shooting game. So I'm going to put this thing on par or beyond Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park has been a mainstay for quite a few years. Great game. I wish that they'd do some updates on it, and so do you, right? Write your salesperson and Raw Thrills. Say, hey, we want an update for Jurassic Park. Breathe more life into it. But we got Godzilla Kaiju Wars Deluxe. It's a 2-player, and it's got dual 65-inch screens on it, a motion cabinet, and it's got story-driven gameplay, and it's going to have a really good repeat play thing going on with it. Great looking game. Now, the next one, this is a controversial game, and it shouldn't be. Everybody's thinking, why would they dumb down Superbikes 3? Listen, they did not dumb down Superbikes 3. Jackpot Racer is a great idea. They should be doing more things like this. It's a 2-player motorcycle racing game. You fuse high-speed racing thrills with the rush of winning tickets in a Jackpot Racer game. Its fast cycle time keeps the action pumping, giving players nonstop chances to race, win, and play. Look, this is competitive. They could race against the computer or another player for the bragging rights and getting the tickets. This game is a win-win. This game should be in your fun center. If you have racing games and they do well for you, this one's going to do a lot better. Sell them. Sell one of them and get this thing in there. It gives tickets. It's competitive. It's going to do a lot better than your other racing games. And the cool thing about this is you could sell that Asphalt 9 and probably get 2 of these. So that would be 4 motorcycle seats. So something to think about, and it's going to make more money. All right, the next one is Relix. They come up with a dual coaster. More players, more excitement, more profit. The dual coaster is built for high traffic venues and shared group experiences. All Relix models include 16 exclusive VR games. Look, these things are great. They're no motion in them. And you think, oh, there's no motion. That's a good thing. You put this thing in a mall, you don't have to worry about ball bearings shooting all over the place. It's just the video and that headset. That's it. If you're going to get VR, this is the kind of VR you want to get. Not super expensive. Relix mini coaster. Okay, here you go. Another VR. Looks great. No motion. I love no motion. Relix portable coaster. Okay. They're coming up. They're innovative. They're coming up with new ideas. All right. The next one is going to be Sega, and Sega is going to have a bunch of offerings. Sega's really been stepping up their games over the last few years. So, Capto Crane bonus wheel, merchandiser. So, players insert a coin to set the bonus wheel in motion. They then press the button to bring the wheel to a gradual stop where the arrow lands determines if they get 1, 2, 3, or 4 attempts to win. Great idea. Why not? Anything you could add to a merchandiser like that, and it looks good too. All right. Daytona Championship 2-player. Daytona Championship USA returns in the definitive new Motion Edition. Taking arcade racing excitement to the next level. Link up to 4 cabinets for thrilling head-to-head action. Look, it's a good-looking game. It really is. It looks like the old classic Daytonas. You remember those. But now you got motion. Another thing to break. And I think it looks good. All right, high 5 tickets. With 5 claw mechanisms controlled by a single joystick, this game redefines the ticket crane category. Players get 1 chance to grab as many colored balls as possible to earn tickets. Look, this is going to be a really good one. Well, it's already a really good one. I'm sure you've heard that people are doing pretty good with this thing. And the Sega version looks amazing. And I'm sure there's going to be some Chinese versions out there that are going to work just as good. The next one is Hypercross Motion 1-player. This game includes a full-size snowmobile replica, captivating track lighting, and grand billboard. It offers both casual and hardcore players a challenging yet captivating racing adventure. So, Motion 1-player snowmobile. Small footprint. Key Magic. Using the joystick and the up button, players must carefully align the key with their chosen prize slot before time runs out. The higher the prize, the tougher the challenge. Looks a lot like Keymaster, but I like Keymaster. I still do. I got several of them. The next one is called My DX Twin 2-player. This dynamic rhythm game features a striking circular touchscreen that players tap, hold, and slide to the beat. The music includes most popular Japanese music, anime soundtracks, and more. I don't get these games, but they do well. I know that my Step Revolution X does great, or Step Maniacs or whatever. I love that game because it makes money. All right, here we are again. A Minikube Prize World. Now you got 3 players high for crane games. Like I said, I don't get these. I've been seeing these in Kroger's and stuff all across the state. I'm sure you guys see them too. I don't get them. It's I would rather have like one 31-inch or even a 24-inch or smaller crane versus this. All right. Next is On Target 2-player. Nice looking game. It's a shooter game, and you could win tickets. So instead of like shooting the bad guys, you're shooting different targets, and where you hit them, you get more ticket value. You know me, I like redemption. Redemption is the way to go. If you're in an FEC giving tickets, the more offerings, the better. I appreciate everybody that puts out redemption games. The next one is called Putt It Party, 2-player. Using a golf club, players putt balls into 7 scoring holes before time runs out. Sink a shot, and another ball is dispensed automatically. Up to 6 players can join the fun by linking cabinets. You can't go wrong with Golf and Redemption. It's cool. It's actually a cool looking piece. All right, their next one is Simon Arcade. You know the Simon Says toy. This fast-paced redemption game challenges players to throw as many balls as possible at lit color targets before time runs out. Quick reactions are the key to scoring big. So not only do you got to remember, but you got to be able to physically throw the ball through the right hole. I like it. It looks great. So you got Simon. It's a classic kid game. Every kid in America knows it, even the ones that are grown up now. So it's a small footprint. It's 39 inches wide. It is 94 inches deep and 100 inches tall, but man, it looks great. So it's not that huge of a footprint. Redemption. Good job, guys. All right, then they took Sub Soccer. I'm sure you've seen Sub Soccer. Sub Soccer is where you have a table, 2 benches. Under your bench is your goal. You got to defend your goal. And what they did was they took it and they made it into a play where you could credit it, out comes the ball, and you play. Sub Soccer. All right, the next one would be Smart Industries. Look, I love Smart Industries too. They come out with really innovative stuff, really cool looking games, and smart games. They came out with Ticket Time. Ticket Time, then they come out with Ticket Time RFID. I got 3 of them. And then they come out with Ticket Ring, and what a great game. That's the game that you really need to start off with in Redemption. That's the game that's going to build your empire for you, because people are going to play the crap out of it, and they're going to constantly come back to play it more. That game will never lose its appeal. All right, but on to smart games. Their new offerings, Kerplop. This skill game challenges players to perfectly time the drop of an actuator, instantly opening a prize clip. Hit the mark, the prize drops. Certain clips also unlock bigger prizes. So this is what they do. They're smart, literally. Sega come out with Skillfall, Son of Revolution. I saw 100 different versions of Skillfall. Smart's no different. They made their version of Skillfall, and it's probably programmable, and it's got 5 prize boxes built in. If you don't have a carousel game, you really need to have one. And this is a great opportunity to get one. I like this one. This looks great. It's got 5 prize boxes built in, room for a dollar bill acceptor or your card system. Looks good. Or get your own prize boxes and get the one from Pipeline. Pin It? No, not Pin It. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a good one. Polka Prize is what it's called. That's a great game, and it's programmable, so you could set the payout ratio. But this one looks fantastic. This is just another option. You know how it is for me. Cranes are really, and merchandisers it's getting to be, are just the choice of which one you think looks better, which one you think lasts longer. All right. Now, I tell you, Smart comes out with some of the coolest games and the coolest innovations. Now they got Scream and Win. This one-of-a-kind arcade experience has players scream into the mic to rack up points and win tickets. Interesting. But I'm going to put this one in the bucket with JJ Avatar Bot. super cool looking, brilliant idea, but I don't know the staying power of this one. Now they got Toy Chest XL Winners Club. This new edition of Toy Chest XL is designed for bars, bowling centers, and street locations. Its sleek black cabinet, vibrant LED lighting, and bold new graphics create a striking look. They're not lying. It looks great. This is a great looking crane. And I like it when companies remember their roots, which are the operators, the street locations, before the FECs come out. And this is just another example of that. This is a great looking crane. All right, the next one is going to be Team Play. And they got Candy Forge. And players use the levers to scoop crystals off the conveyor. The more crystals collected, the more gumballs become available. Once players collect the gumballs, they will unlock the bonus. It's a pusher. They come up with another closed loop pusher. So another one of those on the market. Then they come out with Ghostbusters Wheel. This is the official Ghostbusters wheel game. Players pull the handle to move the newly engineered wheel mechanism to spin and win big. Collect all the letters to unlock the progressive jackpot. Looks great. Looks like a Carnival Wheel. I got Carnival Wheel. I think Carnival Wheel is a great game. It's a beautiful piece. And this don't look all that different from it. So we'll see how it does. I mean, personally, Ghostbusters, it's a good IP, but I don't know if it's the be-all, tell-all of them. But I do love the pinball. But good job, guys. It looks great. It's going to be a good game for people that don't have a wheel like that. All right, the next one is Touch Magic. 2-player boxed up. In this quick play merchandisers, players must time the release of their forklift correctly to win a prize. With 160 regular and 16 large prize slots available, it provides a variety of options to players. Look, another merchandiser looks great. A little bit bigger. It's 67 inches wide, 44 inches deep, 87 inches tall, but it looks great. Good job, Touch Magic. All right, now they got pickleball toss. Now this, what I like about this, I do like ball toss games. This one looks great. It looks like one you'd see on like a carnival strip. Pickleball toss, and this unmanned classic, which is the best part of it, unmanned. Players toss pickleballs into an LED lit hole to win prize tickets. With an attractive cabinet design and celebratory sounds, it's perfect for all. Redemption, ball toss, win. All right, their next one is Treasure Chest. Players drop balls into the playfield to hit blinking targets to unlock the Ruby bonus and score points. They also aim to drop the balls through moving hoops to fill up treasure chests. Another redemption game, looks great. Good job, Touch Magic. All right, the next one's going to be Triotech. There's Super Blaster 2. I like this. You bring the same high impact fun as the 4-player, now in a more compact version. It's 80 inches wide, 66 inches deep, and 118 inches tall. It's got a motion seat, but it's a smaller package. It's like smaller than even a Typhoon or Mad Wave, I would guess. It's perfect for a location where space and budget are key. See what they said there? Budget. So it's going to be a cheaper version of it. And then they have their XD Heart or XD Dark Ride. The multi-sensory and interactive attraction is designed for the whole family. It's scalable from 4 to 40 seats and features the world's fastest targeting system and real-time 3D graphics. I played this several times. It's a great game. If you got a big venue and you could utilize this, I would go for $10 a seat and have 10 seats. Look at that. When you're busy, you got $100 a ride. It's a great company, a great product. All right, the next one is going to be Unis, Universal Space, or Unis Technology. Now, I think Unis has really been stepping up their game lately. because I didn't have a good feel for Eunice in years back, but now they've really, it seems like, I don't know what happened. It looks like they got all new people. Everything is a lot better quality. They got the Claw Express Cube. It's a 4-player crane built for fun and operator revenue, built with in-display cases, customizable wrap, and LED signage, adjustable settings, and versatile prize options. Looks great. Big crane. We all got to have a big crane. Claw Express Mini Series, modular and expandable. These all hook together, and they're used a lot at the clawcades, where you turn the minis into for the bigger, and then it's almost like using plush for tickets. Clip and win. Hey, look at that. Another carousel type game. In this unique skill-based game, players control a precision claw to aim and clip prizes mounted on rotating turntables. These prizes can be anything mounted on a stick. Looks great, but I would rather hang them from a clip, personally, because I don't know that if it cuts the stick, do we got to replace the sticks? I don't know. I'm going to have to learn more about that one. Duck, Duck, Grab. Players will be drawn to this bright duck-themed cabinet with a colorful LED lighting featuring simple joystick and button control. This crane is perfect for players of all ages. It's a 24-inch duck crane. Looks great. If it's the look you like, this could be your duck crane. I mean, everybody's got to have a duck crane. Emoji Bash. As players start the game, a cascade of colorful balls rains from above as they race to toss them into the target rings. Pull the lever for extra ball drops and aim for bonus targets. Really pretty looking redemption game. Then they got Emoji Mini Hoops. Shoot, score, and light up the fun with this 2-player basketball game. Players drop balls into the launcher and shoot at the moving hoop. Light up all 5 emojis to activate the lucky bonus wheel. Basketball and redemption, with no balls bouncing back at you. It's an enclosed system. Looks good. Then they got Street Slam, which is an actual basketball game. This high-energy basketball game combines skill-based gameplay, colorful LED, and playful emoji theming. Designed for kids and families, it's perfect for FECs. Look, this reminds me of Ice's Double Dribble, but it's really beautiful. Looks great. Good job, guys. Frankenslam. In this ball toss redemption game, players race against time to knock down glowing Frankenstein heads. Each color target will award a different number of points. Looks good. Another redemption ball toss. Monster Jet Riders. This dual mode arcade racer takes players from high-speed tracks on land to thrilling competitive airborne racing in the skies. Link up to 6 cabinets together for extra fun. Monster Kart DLX. The new Monster Kart DLX features a 55-inch screen and larger, more spacious seat for an immersive experience. Players choose from 7 unique characters and race through 4 thrilling maps. Now, this is going to be your affordable Mario Kart. It's really what they're trying to go for here. And I am not against that at all. Looks great. Neon Rush DLX Twin, 2-player arcade racing game, features 49-inch HD screens, immersive motion controls, and vibrant neon visuals. Players tilt to steer, drift, and build nitro and use weapons to outsmart rivals. It looks like a cool racing game. Spin City Twin. This unique redemption game invites players to roll, steer, and pedal their way through vibrant city courses, all while competing for top rankings and tickets. This game looks cool. It really does. I like the idea of this game. In this big ball that you turn to steer around. Check it out. It's called Spin City Twin by Eunice. Looks great. Redemption game. All right, then there's Stop and Win. Players hang on a rotating ring, and their players tap a button to align their chosen prize with an arrow. Sound familiar? It is. It's another carousel game like Pin It and Poker Prize, and Kerplop. Everybody's coming out with it. Looks great, though. I mean, pick your poison. All these games are going to be good. Sweet Catch. Ideal for plush capsules or small prizes. Sweet Catch is designed for players of all ages. Another beautiful crane. 24-inch crane. Then they got the toy box. Their toy box cranes are really good. I got a bunch of them. The bigger ones with the screens on it. But these all look good. Toy box 24-inch looks good too. Good looking crane. The Toy Box Mega Claw, a big one with it's just a big claw game. Really good. Then they got the Toy Box 4-player LCD because everybody's got to have cranes that are on top of one another. I don't know why. All right. Well, that's it for the IAAPA review. I really think that this was a year of not a lot of stuff that was just out there super innovative, other than just making different fun things with merchandisers. I'm looking forward to 2026. I think that there's some new companies out there that we talked about here that are going to be adding a lot more innovative ideas because they're hungry and they're not afraid to try new things, which includes Allen One and a few of these other places. I know Zoom, and there's just a bunch of them out there that I think are going to really blow us away for 2026 at IAAPA and maybe even the expo. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you want to be on the podcast, you got a product you want me to talk about, or talk about your location, whatever it may be, you could reach me at tim@fectalk.com. That's tim@fectalk.com. Thank you so much for listening. It's great to be back in the studio and able to record these. And I got a lot of content on the docket, and I'm going to be bringing it to you. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these every week and bring these to you weekly. And if I don't, then you send me that hate mail saying, Tim, where is the podcast? So thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to hearing your feedback, and I'll see you on the next podcast. Thanks so much.